Hey y'all, it's KYP 561. I am just coming in here really, really briefly because this is not a review, okay? I'm just gonna come in here and give my opinion on what's going on with the basketball wives, okay? Um, I did have intentions on reviewing the show, but I don't really like the show like that. Last season I watched it like on and off, on and off. Like it hasn't been because I haven't been a consistent viewer of the show in a few for the past couple of years because it's the same shit. It's the same group of women. You know that same mean girl shit that they do to all of the new people that come in, and I ain't got time for that. Okay, so I wanted to watch it this season because of all the shit that had went on last season between Evelyn and OG and whatever. So but as I got into it these last I think this is like the third episode, I'm starting to feel some type of way. Okay? So like I said, I'm just going to give my opinion. The show is really not review worthy to me. Because if you've seen one episode of Basketball Wives, you pretty much seen them all. Okay. Um I guess we're getting some new girls. These girls that Jackie brought in to the house or whatever. I guess they're gonna be implemented into the show some type of way. I don't know how I'm gonna like that, but of course we're gonna lay around for it. So what I mainly want to talk about is the meat and potatoes of the show because had OG not been a part of the show at this point in the season or at this point in the show itself, really what would the storyline be? You know what I'm saying? Like if OG was not a part of this cast, or if OG would have decided not to come back this season, what would the big the big what would the show be surrounding? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so as y'all know, they got this has raised the issue of colorism. Okay, so OG feels like there is colorism amongst the group, and she is a victim of it by the ladies. She means everybody, not necessarily Jackie per se or Jennifer because they're her friends, but all of the other ladies, she feels like she has been um, a victim of colorism from these ladies. Now, because I know Evelyn and the type of bitch that she is, okay, I feel like Evelyn's intentions they were, her actions were intentional towards OG. The monkey emojis, she knew exactly what the fuck she was doing while she right here talking about some shit for the gifts or whatever, and the monkey was the second one that came up. Okay, well, why'd you choose the second one? Why didn't you choose the first one? Or why you didn't choose the last one? You chose to go with that monkey because you feel like that's what OG looks like. I don't give a damn what you say. And like I said, now every episode we got Evelyn crying. When the fuck have we ever seen Evelyn doing all this goddamn crying? All any other time you see that damn vein in her forehead because she's pissed off. She ready to jump across the table. She ready to throw a bottle. Ready to hit somebody with a clutch bag or throw a drink on somebody. When the fuck have we ever seen Evelyn doing all this goddamn crying? And that's why I don't feel no ways tied about none of that shit that she got going on. Now, as far as this colorism thing, when Kristen, which I don't fuck with Kristen at all. I don't like Kristen because I don't like how Kristen threw Cece up under the bus because she wanted to fit in good with the crew. I will never like her for that. Okay, I don't fuck with her. Okay, but in this instant, when she wanted to go and have that conversation with OG, I felt like Kristen was genuine. I felt like Kristen let her guard down. I don't feel like Kristen had any ill intent or anything like that. Now, of course, she gonna go back and tell her homegirls what happened in the conversation. Of course, that's a given, But I do believe that she really wanted to have a conversation with OG to see what she had done to make her feel like people are being colorist towards her. I don't even know if colorist is a word. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, she comes over there. She's trying to have a conversation with OG. OG just really ain't trying. If OG feels like if you're not coming over here to apologize to me, I don't want to hear anything that you have to say. Okay, but OG, how is she gonna apologize for something if she don't know what the fuck she did directly towards you for you to feel the way that you feel? And then when she asks you that, you gonna say, I never told anyone how I feel. I said what I experienced. I mean, am I stupid? Cause what's the fucking difference? You know? And then it's almost like you was reaching, like as far as Kristen, okay? I feel like you were reaching because then you go on to say that Kristen has directly what Malaysia said colorized you, okay? So when Kristen asked you what were you referring to, you goes back to talking about when Evelyn, came up with that bullshit about these text messages and this and that. And then when you went and got your phone and pulled out your evidence or whatever, Kristen is in her confessional. She's basically siding with Evelyn, but saying that what you doing is weird. When really what y'all both doing was the same. What y'all was both doing the same thing. But that's neither here nor there. So you felt like she chose Evelyn's side because Evelyn was light skinned. I don't think so. She chose Evelyn's side because Evelyn was her friend and they ain't like you. So you and Evelyn could have been identical fucking twins at that point. They wasn't fucking with you. So anything that you did or anything that you said, they was gonna find fault with that. It ain't had shit. I didn't see. I was like, nah, OG, you reaching on that one. You're reaching on that one. And then when Kristen tells you that basically you two are within the same color palette, give or take a piece of shade a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So that wasn't good enough. So you couldn't agree with her on that. Now you have to say, well, colorism is more than just the color of your skin. It's also features. Girl, what? No, features ain't got no damn color. Features do not have a color. Okay, so and I was like, oh, OG, bitch. I'm with you when you're right, but I can't fuck with you when you don't know fuck shit. I can't do it. Now, when it comes to Evelyn, like I said, Evelyn knows exactly what she's doing towards you. Okay. But then, like I also said, Evelyn's crew over there, she got some dark-skinned women over there in her crew. Not necessarily dark-skinned, but they darker than her, okay? But the reason why she don't come for them the way that she comes for you is because, for one, they're all friends. And for two, she's like the leader over there. But when you came in not trying to kiss their ass, letting them know, bitch, if you come for me the wrong way, I'll fuck one of y'all hoes up over here, okay? Number two, and then you didn't fit the mold. You didn't fit the mold. Like, okay, take Jen for instance. Jennifer and Evelyn, when the show first started, they were best friends, right? However, Jennifer comes across more like the valley girl, the prissy girly girl, with the long hair. She's slim, just that bougie shit. You come in, they don't really shoot you in the best light sometimes, because sometimes your makeup be fucked up and sometimes your hair be fucked up too, and sometimes it look like your clothes be too small, and we just seen your feet hanging over your shoes. So it's like, and I don't know if that shit be done on purpose or what. Now that I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying? You've never seen any of those other girls off their square like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's just some shit that they doing to sabotage you for the sake of it. I don't know. Now that I'm saying the shit out loud. But anyway, you come in, you a goddamn football player, okay? You're not the slim slender. You ain't fat or nothing like that. And you clearly in shape. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing for you on that. You clearly in shape or whatever, but you don't fit their mold. So they didn't know how to take you. And once again, the main thing was you didn't come in there looking to bow down to Evelyn and kiss her ass, and bow down to Shawnee and kiss her ass, because them two, they sitting at the top of the food chain. Everybody else is up under them, okay? Even though they don't think so, but they are, okay? So, you came in on the wrong foot altogether. So everything that Evelyn has said about you, Evelyn does, she thinks that you're ugly. She do, because you don't fit her mold. You don't dress like her, because they even try to say you had on some fake Fendi or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Who goes out of their way to contact their Louis Vuitton person to see if some shit that you wearing is authentic? Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. That was my daughter. I did mention in my last video that she tested positive for COVID-19 today. So now she's being a big baby and wants to call me every 5 minutes. So, um, yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, when it comes to OG, yeah, and I don't even at this point. I don't even want to know. I don't even know if it's colorism at this point. I think that she just don't like you. I don't know how I'm feeling about it now. And y'all know I don't fuck with Evelyn. I don't fuck with Evelyn at all. Like no, I'm no no no. Okay, but like I said, bitch, I'm always on the side of right. And with some shit, don't be seeming right now. Do I believe that OG has experienced some things in her life? Absolutely, and I do believe that at some point she automatically feels like lighter skinned people don't like her because of what she has been through in her past. Now she said a lot of things when she was talking to the new girls over at their mansion or whatever about past experiences, and she was saying that when she was in the first grade, her teacher told her that she wasn't going to be anything or amount to anything because she's black. Now, that's not the first time that I've ever heard someone say that. So I'm not going to say that that's not true. But based off of what she's saying, the teacher sounded like a racist and not a colorist. Okay. She didn't say you're not going to amount to anything because you dark skinned. She said, or at least the way that OG put it out there, was that you're not going to amount to anything because you a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. So I was like, that's not colorist. That's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't have anything to do with you being dark skinned, according to the way that you worded it. You know. So I think that OG, even as proud as she is of her Nigerian heritage and as proud as she says that she is to be black, I do believe that OG has some self esteem issues. And the more I'm watching her on this show, the more it's coming out, you know, because some of that shit that she was saying, it just didn't sit right in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a firm believer of calling somebody out on their shit. Okay. And had she not come back this season, I would have still been team OG on this shit. You know what I'm saying? But now that she did come back and the conversation is being had more, everybody is expressing their side or whatever the case may be more. She's closed off. She don't want to talk to nobody unless they're saying what she wants them to say. And the world don't work like that. Especially when you are accusing someone of saying or doing something or illustrating some sort of discrimination against you. That other person has the right to ask questions as well. Like, bitch, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I do to you directly? And don't come telling me no shit about I took Evelyn's side on some dumbass shit that y'all had going on, because that didn't mesh well with me. So I don't know. I'm gonna lay around for this a little bit longer, but I'm starting to think that OG is putting 20 on 10. I am. Evelyn, you was still being a bitch, and even like with Phoebe, she was saying that Phoebe basically said something about the color of her skin, and Phoebe was like, I said you was ugly. I didn't say shit about the color of your skin. And I think that OG is equating ugly with I'm ugly because I'm dark skinned, and that's not the case. And I'm not even saying that OG is ugly. I don't think that she's ugly. I just think that her features are more stronger than the other girls, and which is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because when you want to talk about features, if you saying that features is a part of it, what about Shani and that big ass nose that she got? You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's a light skinned woman, a over light skinned woman. Okay, so it's like the shit that you saying, you got to make it make sense, OG. And at this point, it's not making sense. At least it's not making sense to me. So like I said, I just want to give my opinion on that. And while I'm giving my opinion, I also want to give my opinion on Liza with this shit with Lamar. I really wish that Liza wouldn't have came on this show. Okay. I don't really know. I don't know anything about Liza at all, aside from she has children from Lamar, and I think that she was his first wife. I think that's all that I know. But just from the short time of her being on this show, something ain't sitting right with me with her either. Okay, because for one thing that she keeps doing, and it's starting to aggravate me, right? She keeps saying we had this college money for the kids. We, when it comes to the money, it's we, right? But now that she can't get this money, or Lamar, she said Lamar giving her the runaround or whatever the case may be, you know, it's my kids. It's my kids. Well, I'm sure that this money that you're talking about, that was Lamar's money. But you want to put a we stamp on that. But you want to claim a total 100% ownership when it comes to these kids. Now, my thing is this. Once that child that's getting ready to go off to college, once he got into his 12th grade year, you should have been trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with them. And why didn't you have access to the money? You're the mom. The money was supposedly for the college fund for the kids. So why wouldn't you have access to the money? And at this point, Lamar done been a whole crackhead out here on these streets. You trying to tell me that you actually think Lamar was running around this bitch smoking crack and he got $250,000 plus dollars some damn where and he ain't touching? Okay, I know about a crackhead firsthand. Okay, I know about a crackhead firsthand. Okay, and if a motherfucker got $10 laying around this bitch, it's as good as smoked up. Okay, bitch, you got 250 plus, bitch, you finna get the premium crack. Okay, so if the money is there, that's wonderful. But if the money is not there, I'm not surprised. And you shouldn't be damn surprised neither. So it seems like to me, you were one of those type of women that as long as you were enjoying the lifestyle and having the perks, you really wasn't worried about anything. And now that you and this man is not married anymore and he's off doing whatever it is that he's doing, whether it's for the good or not, you know, now, I'm not going to let him do this to my kids and my kids and my kids. Once you found out that nigga was down there smoking crack, you should have been trying to get some lawyers involved to figure out how the fuck you going to get that money so this nigga don't smoke up your kids' money. So, you can't put all of that shit on Lamar. And I really hope that the money is there, or at least some of it is still there, because he should have been able to recoup some by now. The nigga that had a couple TV shows, you know what I'm saying? He'd have been doing, you know what I'm saying? And he's doing better. And that's also another thing, another reason why I wish that you weren't on this show, because it's like, it's almost like you want to dredge up, you know, how his past has damaged your kids. And I'm not saying that it hasn't, but you're not helping it by bringing it up again, especially when he's trying to get his life back on track. Because he's clearly trying to get his life back on track. So I am rooting for him in that regard. I don't know shit about Lamar Odom outside of what I see or have heard about him on TV and in social media. Okay, so I ain't got no stake in Lamar Odom. Okay, but you know, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be here for her. I don't think I'm going to be here for her. I do believe that she is a little bit bitter because they're not together and he left her for whatever reason. I don't know if he left her for another woman or if he left her for the drugs. I don't know. But I do feel, I get that vibe from her that she's still butthurt about that. And the ladies were telling her right, you know, as far as you need to get over that shit because that man that moved on with his life and you still sitting over here, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? So yeah, I did want to talk about that as well. And other than that, I ain't got shit else. I ain't got shit else. So if y'all came here and chill with me for these 20 minutes, I really do appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for joining me, giving me a click of the view. So while you're giving me a click of the view, you also might as well give me a like and a subscription if you have not already. Okay. So go ahead and handle that for me. I do appreciate you all. Once again, welcome my new subscribers. Welcome home to the family. Okay, I'm your favorite cousin, KYP561. So until next time, y'all, peace out.